The experts point to a double whammy. In 2006, a new center-right government took aim at Sweden's famed welfare state, reducing unemployment, sickness, and disability benefits to finance tax cuts, and sparking a sharp and sustained increase in income inequality. Come 2008, the global financial crisis hit, causing big job losses, particularly among people who had already become less secure in the labor market. The first election after the events the researchers focus on, held in 2010, marked the first time the Sweden Democrats scored enough votes to enter Sweden's parliament. In the next election, they more than doubled their vote share. Those groups of relative economic losers also provided a disproportionately high number of the party's electoral candidates compared with Sweden's other parties. The result was that the two groups became tightly tied to a foreigner-bashing party that had been around, but was not a major force, since 1988, after emerging from neo-Nazi circles. If you are yourself doing worse and worse, relative to others, and your income is stagnating or even declining year after year compared to people with stable employment, people are prone to thinking immigrants are taking resources rather than understanding tax and spending policy, Rick said. In the years since, Sweden's economy has become one of the fastest growing in Europe. Swedes who are insiders have done better and better. But inequality has continued to flourish, and so have the Sweden Democrats. The country's top parties on the center-left and center-right have shown little interest in reconsidering the tax cuts package of 2006 or other steps toward expanded redistribution. Even the social spending promises of the main Liberal Party, the Social Democrats, focus on universal benefits rather than those targeted at, say, the outsiders. Factors other than economic anxiety remain central to the popularity and conduct of anti-immigrant parties like the Sweden Democrats. But it's attracting attention in Sweden and abroad and has undeniable value in showing what rival politicians and others upset about the hard right's growth need to understand and address. I find their results interesting and intuitively reasonable, Nicholas Bolin of Mid-Sweden University told HuffPost in an email, noting that the study departs from much other research directly tying increased anti-immigration views to increased support for the far right. A central question that remains is whether voters like these support parties because they purport to be anti-establishment, by departing from elite views on immigration or other issues, or if economic insecurity directly makes people more likely to decide they are upset about foreigners. One plausible hypothesis is that those voters who are economically less well off also are more receptive to anti-immigration messages, Bolin wrote. At least some clues likely lie in Sunday's results and the aftermath, what the Sweden Democrats do with their newfound power and how their supporters react.